Maybe you were looking for a soft place to rest between my legs. Maybe you were looking to escape from the demons in your head. Ooh, ooh, tell me I'm the best, tell me I'm the best pussy that you ever had. Tell me I'm the best, tell me I'm the best, tell me how you want me bad. Oh, wait. You can. You made your exit. Ooh, whoa. Oh, oh. Some motherfucker on the street looking just like you. Wonder if he let me do the nasty freaky things we used to do. Ooh, ooh, tell me I'm the best, tell me I'm the best pussy that you ever had. Tell me I'm the best, tell me I'm the best, tell me how you want me bad, how you want me so bad. No, wait, you can. You made your exit, baby. No, you wait. You can. You made your exit. Ooh, oh, oh, tell me I'm the best, tell me I'm the best pussy that you ever did have. Tell me I'm the best, tell me I'm the best, tell me how you want me so, how you want me so bad, man. Tell me I'm the best, tell me I'm the best pussy that you ever did have. Tell me. No, you wait. You can. You made your exit, baby. No, you wait. You can. You made your exit. So, welcome Sound Spirit community to Songcraft. So, this is where I pick a song or I play one of my own songs and I talk about the process of the craft of creating a song. So this is one of my own songs and it's called The Best. And I think I wrote it in 2014, maybe. And it's a little hard for me to sing sometimes because I feel so different now than I did when I wrote the song. I was so invested at that point in my life in being special and being chosen, in identifying with my sexuality as my source of value. And it's so funny because I feel that sometimes people, especially when they hear a woman with a pussy saying the word pussy, for people who are not evolved enough to understand what it is, what they're saying, why it's sacred, what they're expressing, it becomes like this joke or becomes this way to sexualize a person. And I'm no stranger to that. I don't think any woman identifying person is a stranger to being seen in ways that they don't necessarily have control over or that they wouldn't necessarily consent to. So there is this sense of using the word pussy and, talking about it in a masculine way almost. Just in like this like achievement, like I've got the best one, you know? It's so funny to even think about because it's both liberating, but it's also like it plays into this idea that women have to compete with each other for this very scarce resource, which is a man, which is so laughable to me at this point in my life. Having had the experience of being chosen, being claimed, being valued for my sexuality and more. You know, it's cool, but it's not like the be all and end all. You know, a lot of times you get what you want and you're like, oh, huh. You're like, oh, that's what that was about. Huh. Talk a little bit about the chords. It's an F major 7. I'm sorry, an F minor 7 to a C minor 7. Moving around between these two chords and then moving to a D flat major 7. Which, if you're familiar with any of my work, it's probably not surprising that there's going to be some major 7s. This second part is this E flat major 7 to D flat major 7, E flat minor 7 to D flat major 7 to A flat 9. So it's this way you can, you made your exit. Ooh, oh, oh. And as far as the crafting of the song, I mean, it has it has a sort of a frenetic kind of feeling where it's invoking this sort of chaotic, maybe feeling of like longing or need, but also anger. You know, I think that I had been going through a breakup with someone and I was like feeling, you know, we have to like piece together our pride when somebody leaves us and be like, well, you're never going to get this again. And you're never going to, you know what I mean? So there's this anger in there, but there's also this, you know, tell me I'm the best, but then it's like, wait, you can't, you're gone. You know, so there's a sadness, you know, wait, you can't, you've made your exit. Like you already, you know, I'm never going to hear you say it, that I'm the best. I'm never going to get validation from you, which is what I want, which is what I'm raging over, right? And so I just feel like that song's a very like, I guess it's not the most singer-songwriter-y, like songcraft, like let's examine the poetry of each word. It's really just about a deep release of emotion and wielding chords in such a way, particularly this movement between major and minor, especially with major 7s, because major 7s, I love them so much because they have this brightness to them because they have the major triad, but then they have this tension, which is the major 7th, which is actually this, right? When we transpose that, the root of the chord D flat up the octave, we get this, right? So within the spaciousness of the 7th, there is this crunchiness of the minor 2nd. And so that's, I think, why I like major 7th chords so much, because they offer like options like within the thing. I think, you know, I wanted to do this song for Songcraft because I want to say to you, as you're writing and as you're working on your craft, to continue to stretch yourself, continue to say the things that you don't think you're allowed to say. Continue to open up space for you to be, I would say, a little more free, a little more curious, about even your anger, like an emotion that you might judge, or one to make it righteous in some way, one to make yourself, righteous. I mean, this song was sort of like a tantrum. And you know what? Like, I'm allowed to have those sometimes. Fuck it. And even better if I can create beautiful art with it, So I hope that this song, like, makes you feel as a songwriter that you can even wrap those unmentionable things in the space of a song and create something. This song is always powerful for people. People always seem to resonate when I share this song. Because I think we're all looking for permission to say what we mean, you know what I mean? And to express what's true for us, and knowing that a lot of times that's going to be messy and not pretty. And maybe it's going to have some bad words. Ooh, bad words. I grew up in a Irish Catholic descended household. So I grew up hearing curse words. It's not a big deal to me. I know some people find that unsavory, but I also find those folks unsavory myself. So do you. I hope you enjoyed this version of Songcraft. And if you haven't looked into becoming a member of Sound Spirit, it's a really beautiful community, and it's only growing. So I hope that you will consider joining us. Thanks.